Hello and welcome to more Penny Dreadful. For those who don't know what Penny Dreadful is, there's a bunch of links in the description you can go and read. But it's a very fun format, and today I'm back with an deck that I'm very excited to play. It is Metalwork Colossus Wildfire, like Thoughts of Runes, Antiquities War. It's really cool. I can say I did not fully come up with this deck. Actually, I got it, I think Rydell came up with it first. I looked through the list and he was the first one who came up with a list similar to this. So thanks Rydell for making a sweet deck. But essentially what this deck does is you play a really low land count with 11 islands and stuff, and instead of playing lands you use border posts. And these are all effectively the same. They tap for the colors that they cost. So like this one adds blue white, this one adds red green. But they're 3-mana artifacts where you pay 1 and return a land to your hand rather than pay the mana cost. So you basically trade a land for this border post, and then it adds color. And that's useful for many reasons. The first is it's a 3-mana artifact that's non-creature. So with Metalwork Colossus, it just makes it cheaper to cast. It turns into a creature with Antiquities War, so you can just win by attacking with what are effectively lands. And they add mana, but they return lands to hand. So you can get a lot of value out of something like Tremble or Thoughts of Ruin, where each player sacrifices a land. Because if you don't have any lands in play, and your opponent does, you kill like 6 of theirs and 1 of yours, that's great. Or with Tremble, you can have some really cool plays where you go like turn 1 border post, turn 2 border post, turn 3 you Tremble, and now you didn't even have to sacrifice a land because you've returned both to hand. Your opponent does. So it just puts your opponent on the back foot for a long enough time where you can win by either turning all of your artifacts into 5/5s and attacking, or just hitting them with Metalwork Colossus. It's a really cool deck, and I just want to try it out. You have Midnight Clock to refuel alongside Thoughtcast, one with the Machine and the Antiquities War. So quite a bit of card draw, which is kind of merited when most of your deck is like mana sources. So that's why we do that. And then Wildfire, Burning of Jinye, 4 damage to each creature and sacrifice 4 lands. It's just really, really good against a lot of the aggressive creature decks, because most of the time, like zombies and knights, by the time their creatures are 4/4s, you have enough mana to cast this. You kill all their creatures, you put them back on lands, and then you just take over the game from there. For the sideboard, we have things against control, so negate Vexing Shusher to make sure you can actually get your land destruction effects out, or like something like the Antiquities War just to beat down. Make sure it's just not countered. Pyroclasm to help further shore up the aggro or like tokens matchup, because this deck can be a little bit slow, so you don't want to get run over too quickly. 3 Soul Guide Lantern for Graveyard Hate, and Shenanigans. I'm not really sure what that's there for, but I'm missing 3 cards. Hang on, I'm gonna add 3 to the sideboard. All right, there we go. For whatever reason, the list I pulled this from only had a 12-card sideboard, so I did 1 extra Thoughts of Ruin against control decks. I think this card's going to be very nice. And then I added 2 extra Wildfire to help against aggro, because again, like doing 4 to everything is so good. So when you get to bring in like Pyroclasms and extra Wildfires, instead of maybe like I would just side out Tremble against something like zombies and then bring in like Pyroclasms and Wildfires. Something like that could be useful. So that's the deck. We're going to jump into the rounds. See you guys there. All right, we're playing against Commissar Martin. This hand's fine. We got a nice 1-lander here. Opponent has mulligan to 6 and leads on Evolving Wilds. Really hard to tell what they're doing based on that. All right, Island means I hope this is a good matchup. This hand doesn't do a whole lot just yet, but we're gonna lead on the Mistvein border post because we want blue mana. Next turn I can go like land Talisman border post, which would be pretty good. And I think the game plan here is just to play a quick Metalwork Colossus, most likely. Okay, we draw Burning. That is actually a good game plan too. So let's maybe just try and ramp into that. So we're gonna go Mountain, Talisman, then use the Talisman to pay for the blue border post. I don't think it matters too much. And now we still have no lands in play, and this is why I'm saying, like, with Burning of Jinye or whatever, at most we're gonna lose 1 land, and that's totally fine. Chaos Wand. Okay. They might hit me with like a Burning of Jinye of my own. That would be pretty funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can go border post into Colossus and they're tapped out. Yep, 2 Colossus seems like it's going to win the game from here. So we go Mountain, play this border post, bounce that, play this guy, pass turn. Unfortunately, the rest of my cards cost 4, but that is lethal. Opponent says, oh. Well, let's see if they can cast 1 into a Burning or something. What do you got? Hit me with the thought cast. I love it. So they're just dead. That's lethal. Attack for 20. All right, that's a pretty good start for what this deck does. I think opponents on some type of blue-black control-ish build. So what do I want to do? Sweltering Suns definitely don't want. I like Tremble. Part of me wants to bring in negates, and part of me wants to bring in Thoughts of Ruin. So we're gonna bring in at least one negate. Maybe I'll shave a Wildfire for this Thoughts of Ruin because it's just I can get it down faster. And I think I'm just gonna run it like that. Yeah, this hand is really slow, and I also don't have access to blue mana. And 3 lands is not exactly where you want to be. But I could just keep drawing border posts, which is like most of my deck. I think I'll keep. Casting Tremble, sacrificing the land is the same thing as like mulliganing and putting the land away. So either way, I'm going to get to Tremble for value. And that seems reasonable to me. Opponent leads on land, tapped. Ooh, Chalice is very good. So we get to go Mountain, Border Post. And then I probably just going to Tremble turn 2. Okay, Growth Spiral. Ooh, maybe I just go for a big Thoughts of Ruin. Make them sacrifice all their lands. Chalice. Yeah, that actually seems kind of reasonable. I'm going to cast this with Multi-Kicker 1. I'm not going to cast Tremble here, so they get to untap with 4 mana. But then next turn, they're going to have to lose all their mana. Yeah, so their main phase Teachings for something. Then I'm going to cast Thoughts of Ruin. They're going to go down to 0 lands. I'm going to have 2 mana. And then I can keep rebuilding. They get Return to Nature. 2 mana, kill an artifact or enchantment. Okay, that's not that bad. Ooh, Border Post. I can wait a turn, but that seems way too greedy. We're just gonna Thoughts of Ruin now. Each player sacrifices 5 lands. Pass turn. So now they can't cast anything. I get to Border Post and then do something. Still don't have blue mana, but that's fine. We go Mountain, Border Post. Colossus costs 5. I think I'm gonna cast Chalice Double Kick next turn. One does nothing. We go Mountain. I cannot cast him, so we're just gonna cast this twice. Really looking for that blue mana. Alright, Commissar Martin has said good games. Round 1 down, see you guys next round. Alright, this hand seems pretty good, I'm gonna keep it. We got Border Post into Midnight Clock, Antiquities War, and then like a Thoughts of Ruin. Especially if opponent's mulliganing, that's gonna be pretty nice. So this is probably opt. Oh boy, okay. Got the old mirror match here, I see. That's pretty fun. They're on the play, which makes this more awkward. And I've drawn a bunch of burnings, which makes this hand bad against them. It would be so good against other people. But like, 4 to each creature when your opponent has no lands is fun. This is gonna be a weird game, that's for sure. If they have a second Border Post, I might just lose. Yeah. I need to draw something good here. An Accelerant on turn 2. Okay. That's quite good, actually. I'm gonna go Mountain, because I want to set up so that I can have double red if I need it. But I don't have an extra Border Post here, which is unfortunate. Oh man, it's like the exact same plays too. If they have Chalice into Chalice, and I start falling behind, that's not great. I want to set up for an Antiquities War, because this is a very uninteractive match. So if I can Antiquities War into 1 artifact and then just hit them for 20, it's going to be very hard for them to stop me. Okay, they have the Thought Cast. That's fine. Chalice was pretty good too. So I can even just play that as a 0 mana thing if I want to. I'm going to get this down now because this helps me win again. This sets me up to win the fastest. I can take Metalwork Colossus, but I think honestly something like the Border Post might be better. Let me think about this, because this turns all my things into 5/5s. And next turn, what am I going to do? I'm going to go Midnight Clock, Chalice. Guess I probably just want this Border Post. No, I'm going to take Colossus because I get another Antiquities War trigger next turn, and that can probably find me a Border Post. And Colossus will be good if Antiquities War is not good, because I already have the win guaranteed with Midnight Clock and Chalice. This isn't Caleb, is it? Yes, it is. But this is my username. If you want to know if it's me, just make sure it matches up with that. Alright, this looks like they have a Colossus, so I'm kind of glad I took my own. I draw Talisman, which is great. And I want to hit a Border Post here. Nice. And I need a red Border Post, so I guess I'll get this one. So we're going to go... It's going to be a fun turn. We're going to do this, play this Border Post. Then we're going to go land Midnight Clock. I can actually go Talisman into Midnight Clock, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. Talisman into the clock, into Colossus. And I'm going to play Chalice without any kick. And then pass turn. Because now Antiquity's War is about to go off, and I'm going to kill them with 5/5s. Alright, opponent plays the Antiquity's War, and I think with that, unless they have a crazy amount of Colossi coming next, they're just dead. They do have a border post, so that would put them up to 9. But that's 9 like total CMC of non-artifact things. So if they have another border post into like, I think they would need way more Colossus though, but it's possible that their hand is just all Colossus, they can kill me. Okay, they're just dead. Everything's a 5/5 and attack for lethal. Antiquity's War taking it down. Alright, the mirror match is where things get interesting. We get rid of all of these, all of the Thoughts of Ruin. So I'm bringing in all my negates. Shenanigans, kind of wish I had more of. I was joking when I said it's for the mirror match, but then it was. Soul Guide Lantern, I guess, is better than like a Sweltering Suns. Tremble, I don't know how I feel about. I think I would rather just have Vexing Shusher as a 2-mana 2/2 than Tremble. And it's just like a very strange race. I'm okay with that. Again, I'm bringing in Soul Guide Lantern because it cycles for a card and it's just better than like anything else that I have. So we're just gonna run it like this, and who knows what's gonna happen. All right, so we have to mulligan hands without lands. This hand seems there is no border post, but I'm likely to draw one. I'm also on the draw, and I can cycle my Soul Guide Lantern if I need to. What do I get rid of out of this hand? I mean, this hand can put down a quick Metalwork Colossus if I draw a border post. I also like one with the machine, so I think Everflowing Chalice is the worst card in my hand. They mulled a 5. Uh-oh. Okay. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to mulligan to border post, but I have 16 in the deck, so I figured it was relatively likely. Here we're just going to play the Lantern. Pass turn. Maybe I should be mulliganing more aggressively, because Talisman into border post really sets them up for a quick Colossus. Shenanigans, though, that is the card we wanted. So let's kill a border post. And we're just going to keep shenanigans every turn now. Soul Guide Lantern being very anti-synergistic with shenanigans. Chalice kicked once. So we're going to kill their Mistveil border post. I can actually lock them out of blue mana too. So we dredge, kill this. They negate. Okay. But they only have one card in hand, so like I'm gonna get to shenanigans every turn. They have to draw like, I don't even know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they can't even cast Colossus. Now they can. Okay. I think I'm just gonna keep dredging and killing their blue sources here. That seems the most reasonable thing to do. Last turn. They draw land, they play another border post. Yeah, I think I get rid of their blue, because, well, can they play Colossus next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They currently cannot. I'm going to kill their blue. Pass turn. No! They hit me with the Lantern. Well-timed Soul Guide Lantern right there. Alright, now we need to start actually playing a real game of Magic. They draw another border post, but no blue mana still. I draw a mountain, so I get to go mountain, Midnight Clock, pass turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Colossus is going to cost 5 next turn. Okay, I don't mind that. Thoughtcast is also pretty nice. Let's go Talisman, Thoughtcast. I have to pay 2, that's unfortunate, but that's fine. Can't really do anything here. I could crack Soul Guide Lantern, but then have nothing. I'm just gonna wait a turn. My hand is very full. They have a lot of mana, though. Okay, so I lose a land. That's fine. In fact, that was a pretty hard hit for them and not too bad for me. Ah, yes, Vexing Shusher. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, right? So I cannot cast Metalwork Colossus because he costs 5. All right, we'll cast Thoughtcast. All right, border post, I think, is great here. So let's return a land. It'll be Island. And play land, cast Colossus, paying 2. So they have no cards in hand, and I have a 10/10. So they have 1 turn really to get there. Well, that was a good start, drawing 3 cards. But they didn't hold up blue mana. Okay, I think we're gonna get there. I get to go land, attack for 10. And I think 1 with the machine. we'll just shore this one up. Draw 11 cards. I get to pay 1, play a border post, returning an island, and then play Colossus, and then play Colossus. And that's probably that's probably all I need. Opponent said some things. Talk to the guy who built the deck today. Offered support to the sideboard. Good luck with the deck, man. Thank you. GG's. This deck is so cool. All right, yeah, I have 30 power in play. I am really excited about this deck. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Let's see you guys next round. All right, we're playing against Swift Warkite 2. I will be on the play. So this hand has a border post. Turn 1. I need to draw another mana source to be able to play the Midnight Clock. If I can play the Midnight Clock, I'll be in very good shape. But I'm on the play. I think I can do better than double Wildfire. Yeah, this hand's much better. Ooh, this hand's actually quite nice. So I can do the thing I talked about where we like tremble and tremble. So I go turn 1 border post, turn 2 border post, and then I just start killing lands. So I'm gonna get rid of Wildfire actually because I'm gonna start killing their lands. Opponent mulligan to 6 as well, that's good. I guess the worst case scenario is this is the mirror match and then I'm playing 2 worthless trembles, but I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. Ooh, okay, Temple of Plenty, that's good, I think. As long as they don't play a creature this turn, we should be okay. We draw Island. A big part of me wants to sacrifice this land, but that seems like I can do better. I'm just gonna play this here. I'm getting a little bit greedy giving them 2 mana. They might be able to play a creature or whatever. But I get to keep all my lands in hand, which is going to be nice. Alright, I might have messed up there. Yeah, now that I'm also drawing more lands, like, I'm going to go Tremble here. They go down a land, and then I'm just going to draw, like, lose a land next turn anyway. So, that was a mistake. I should have just locked them out of being able to even play Fleece Main Lion. That's on me, though. Take 3. That was a very good draw. So now I get to go Border Post, bounce this mountain, make them lose a land. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So next turn I could just play a Metalwork Colossus. Opponent goes Gavany Township without art. Oh, no, that's okay. Take 3. Alright, well, now I can play the Colossus without paying any mana, I guess. And we'll play land, play the Colossus. Pass turn. Really need to draw some action. Basically, if they deal with my Colossus, I'm in trouble. Wow, that's a land-heavy hand for sure. Okay. I see. So now they put Armadillo Cloak on the Colossus because now I can't kill them with it. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. I'm going to play Talisman. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, you gain that much life. That's funny. I think I will play this Mountain. The reason to hold it would be if I play something like Wildfire, but I have enough mana to do most everything I would like to do off Wildfire, and the key here is to be able to like thought cast into usable spells or something like that. That's a lot of mana from the opponent. Okay. Another guy's lifelink trample as well, but we're in a standoff. It is a 5/5. This chalice means a ton of mana for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I cancel? Okay. There. I'm gonna play this, then cast this 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Go ahead. Okay, so the line is now a 6/6 indestructible, and they're just gaining life, I guess. I'm okay blocking. So they're gonna go up to a very, very high life total, but I don't think I care that much. Bounce this. I mean, I have so much action in the deck somewhere. I'll hold this land in hand though. Yeah, Parallax Wave is a problem. I'm gonna die very quickly. I can't sacrifice his ability to himself. Yeah. Alright, I need to draw something like very soon now. I have 2 turns. Okay, that's a good start. We'll lead with Thoughtcast. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's a lot of mana. Let's go land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So I can cast this kicked 5 times. No, I could do more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 times. Alright, deck, give us the goods. We got 1 turn. I might even just be dead next turn to like another Unflinching Courage. Yeah, okay. On to the next game. So, they have a lot of enchantments. I don't know how I feel about the Pyroclasms. I think I like Sweltering Suns. Tremble is okay, but it's probably a bit worse than having more Wildfires. So I'm at least going to bring in one more Wildfire. I don't like Thoughts of Ruin, so I'm going to get rid of Thoughts of Ruin and bring in Pyroclasms. Because maybe I could set up for a turn where I go like Pyroclasm into Wildfire. The thing is, I only saw the Lion, so I don't know what other creatures they might have, because the Lion is 3 toughness, and that's pretty big to get around Pyroclasm. But I think I'll keep this as it is now. Alright, I'm going to go first. Let's get a better hand. Tremble, Chalice, Border Post. I mean, I'll keep. Again, on the play with Tremble seems alright. Cast this. Next turn I get to go Chalice kicked once into the Border Post and then lock them off their second land. Mountain, Chalice. Kicked once. Play the Border Post. Go. Killing my Border Post is a good idea. I still get to cast Tremble, which I like though. And then I get to go Island, Mistvein, Border Post. And Colossus now costs 5 mana, so in 2 turns I can play him. And there's birds, alright. So Pyroclasm is warranted if I survive here. I get to Tremble again. Go Mountain, pass turn. Iliad's Pilgrim gets like a passivism from my Colossus probably. Alright, Pyroclasm, please. Angelic Destiny. +4/+4 flying, first strike, and is an angel in addition to its other types. Alright, we need Pyroclasm right now. Chalice, while you do this. He costs 5, so we're just gonna play him. Can't do any blocking unfortunately, but I just need something in play. Okay, so they have Parallax Wave for my Colossus. I need I need my Pyroclasm. Or Wildfire would be so good here. In fact, Wildfire would just win the game. I have 5 copies. The Antiquities War is also probably okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I do it this way, I can play Chalice Kicked twice. And then play Antiquities War. That seems okay to me. And I will get the red Border Post. Play it. Oh, I don't have mana, right? Alright, go ahead. Yeah, and now the Destiny is going to make Pilgrim out of range. Oh, the Oblivion Ring. Man, I still have another turn to draw Wildfire. Oh my gosh, please. Please, deck. I can even Thoughtcast into Wildfire or Pyroclasm now. Oh, that hurts so much. That was game losing, I think. We're going to play this, bounce a land. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I'm going to play land because I could get into a situation where I find myself like having to like triple Thoughtcast into Wildfire, and if I cast it, it doesn't matter that I'm losing land, they're going to lose creatures. But I think now it's too late. 7 turns of not hitting it. Whenever opponent casts a blue or black spell on your turn, put a counter on it. Oh my gosh, opponent! Please! I need this! Burning of Jinier! Please. No! Oh man. I mean, I guess I should have just gone up to the max amount. I didn't expect it to get this painful, but here we are. Go ahead. I might be dead next turn. It is possible I get one more turn here. They're gonna have one 7/7 flyer. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna draw it this turn, I know it. Yeah, it's not good enough. Alright. GG's, opponent, GG's. I'll cast this just to show him what's up. And then I just get hit with a 7/7 flyer. I was so close. I just needed action. This deck is... There's a lot of like artifact sources and I get that, but there's also a lot of card draw. Like 4 copies of Thoughtcast, 1 with the machine and things like that. But maybe it does need more card draw. We'll keep seeing and keep evaluating. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Epic Walrus. Opponent says good luck. Thank you. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's got all the pieces, right? We got the Border Post, we got a Chalice, we got Trembles to put them off balance, and we even have a land to spare. So I can turn 2 Tremble if I want to. Well, I get a feeling that land destruction is gonna be good against this opponent. So I get to go Mountain into Border Post. It's a little unfortunate. I don't think there's a way around me losing a land here. It depends on what they play. If they play another Cloud Post, we're definitely going to Tremble. Llanowar Scout. They only have 2 cards in hand. I think we're going to let them Llanowar Scout. Ooh, Sweltering Suns will be good. Then we'll cast Chalice Kicked once. And then... there's really no way for me to double Tremble either, because I'm losing a Mountain in the process too. But they don't have much cards in hand. They get Endbringer. 5/5 and 6 mana, untap it, each player's untap step. So if they have Cloud Post, they're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if their last card is Cloud Post plus Endbringer, I could be in some amount of trouble, but it is not. So I think we're safe. Here's my Metalwork Colossus. So I think this could Tremble, cut them off of a forest, but that seems less useful than just digging for ways to put a Colossus in play. Alright, we're gonna go land. Not the best draws, but not the worst. So I take 2. They float a land and then play Glimmer Post. Now I'm interested. To land War Scout. Okay, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So now I could be interested in casting Tremble. The issue with it here is if they draw another post, no, they all enter the battlefield tapped. I think we're just gonna go big. We're gonna go Antiquities War, and I can actually go land Talisman into Antiquities War. All right, that gives me a border post, and then now I should be set up to start doing things. I just need to fade a land from them this turn. They didn't have it. Perfect. Okay. Now things get really awkward for them. So I get a land. I can get another border post probably. Yep. Now I can go border post into border post into Tremble. They sack a land, and then I'm going to Sweltering Sun. Or I could just Tremble again. I think I like Trembling again, because I can kill the creatures next turn. Play my Colossus. Pass turn. So I'm going to hit them with a bunch, and I'm going to clear their blockers. They drew the Cloud Post to turn too late. Although, it didn't matter that much, I don't think. It gets bigger, so I can go Mountain. Sweltering Suns to do 3 to everything. Alright. Game 1 down. I mean, I just bring in all the land destruction. This seems like a nightmare matchup for the opponent. Thoughts of Ruin. Wildfire. I did like Sweltering Suns, but I guess Wildfire is just better. Maybe the pre-board configuration is just perfect. I just, yeah, actually, this is fine. I have so much land destruction, this should be fine. Yeah, I have Tremble, Antiquities War. Yeah, this hand's great, actually. Ooh, if I was on the play and I could hit that Cloud Post, that would be glorious. But I still might be able to hit it. So, yeah, if they just play a Cloud Post next turn, no, because I can't. The problem is if I Tremble with a land in play, I have nothing to bounce to my border post. So, there's not much I can do about that, but I do get to go Chalice into border post. Now I could, but they already have a forest, so I think just ramping makes more sense. So we go land, Chalice kicked once, then play a border post, and I'm gonna play the blue one. Go. I don't like this. I need land destruction, I need it right now. They still been scrying for a forest though. Interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. We are in trouble. Although they might just have a bunch of mana and no payoff. I guess we'll find out. Another Cloud Post means they have a silly amount of mana. So I don't know if Tremble does anything. It's just going to kill a forest, and they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, which is where most of their stuff is. I think we're just going to play the Antiquities War. Basically, the hope here is they have no payoffs in hand and just a bunch of land. Well, that was not good. I guess at this point I just want a big Chalice. Last turn. Yeah, so that's 8. I think they could just Mindslaver me with Activate. Oh, Garrick, okay. Well, Garrick is only scary again if they have a payoff. Because Garrick on its own doesn't do that much. And if I can kill their lands, they can't even uptick their own Garrick. And I'm going to present 7 5/5 attackers in 2 turns. Yeah, I don't know if Endbringer does it. That might do it. Sylvan Primordial, what does that even do? Destroy target non-creature permanent. For each permanent destroyed this way, get a forest. Oh, that's cool. So they get to kill my Antiquities War, but I still get a lot of value out of this. I whiffed on the Antiquities War. That's rough. Okay. I want to set up for a big Tremble here. So we're going to cast Chalice kicked twice. Then I'm going to play this border post. Because either they sacrifice a forest and cannot cast Sylvan Primordial, or they sacrifice one of their Glimmer Posts. So this seems worth it. As much pain as losing the Antiquities War was, though. Pass turn. Oh wait, they have Garrick. That made no sense. Sanctum of Ugin. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. We'll wait one turn here and see what we draw, but draw a talisman, that's super lethal. Alright, game 3. I mean, I think Thoughts of Ruin has to come in. And I will remove one Ever-Flowing Chalice for Thoughts of Ruin. Run it like that. Alright, we're on the play. Going first. Yes. I don't have blue mana, but this hand can get there. I think any other border post in this hand will be very good. And I can set up for Tremble. I think I still need to draw another border post to hit Tremble. Yeah, this hand's not perfect, but better than nothing. Go. Then next turn I go Mountain, Chalice. So if I draw another border post, this hand, yeah, that's what I need. This hand will be perfect. Okay. Yeah, cannot complain about that. So I get to go Mountain, Chalice kicked once. Play this border post. And then next turn I can double Tremble if I want to lose a land, or just single Tremble and put him back. It depends if they have the put lands into play guy or not. Okay, they don't, but they do have Sylvan Scrying. They grab Forest, so they must be playing around Tremble, which was a solid move. Ooh, that's quite good. So I can go Tremble, we both sack. Then I get to go Mountain. I could Tremble away the Cloud Post, but I think hitting green is sometimes just as important. And this also lets me play Colossus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it doesn't quite, I don't think. Right, he costs 2, and I only have 1 mana, but I do get to Thoughtcast. And then next turn I can Colossus and Tremble. Do they scrying for another forest? Okay, they get another Cloud Post. I draw a land. Not the ideal case, but I do get to do this. And then play this, and then I'm just gonna hold lands in hand. Play Colossus. Go. So they have 1 land in hand and I have a 10/10. If they can deal with that, I'll be very impressed. Talisman's not ideal, but I'm still gonna play it out because I need some amount of mana. Because I need double red at least. They're at 10, so if they have a Glimmer Post, things get weird. Okay. They get an extra turn, they have access to 7 mana. Mindslaver me can't do anything yet. Like, Mindslaver is just really bad against this deck in general. We're going to Thoughtcast. Burning of Jinye, I think, just locks it up. 6. Burning. That's a lot of land destruction. They don't even know that I'm playing Thought of Ruin as well. Hit them for 10, they go to 3. They do have a Mindslaver, but it doesn't really do anything to me. GG's. GG's, Epic Walrus. I like your name. It's a good name. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, this hand is a bit slow on the draw, but I am going to keep, because it has all the moving pieces I would want. And, alright, black-white doesn't tell me too much just yet. Probably some type of controlling deck, but they could be like a combo deck too. Thoughtcast. Not really the card I wanted to draw, but, you know, it is what it is. I figured basically if I have enablers, this deck is just full of mana. So like I'm going to draw mana and the enablers will work, but I guess we'll see. Oh, opponent says they love the videos. Thanks. I doubt you lose. Or I guess I'll say, and I guess we'll see. Alright, Evolving Wild still tells me nothing. I need an accelerant here. Okay, Border Post works as well. We're just gonna bounce this. Pass turn. Next turn I can go Midnight Clock, and then I'll have 3 artifacts, so Thoughtcast will cost 2. So I need another artifact. Wow, there are many colors. Alright, I feel like things are gonna get countered. That's just the vibe I'm getting. I'm actually gonna go with the Talisman here instead of Midnight Clock, because that lets me follow up with a Thoughtcast, so I'm just more mana efficient. Tremble's gonna be perfect here. So I can go something like Midnight Clock into Tremble. I lose a land, but that's not the end of the world. Alright, yeah, they must just be like straight up control. Although maybe I don't even need to Tremble because I want a Burning. I guess we'll see. Talisman is very nice. So let's go Midnight Clock will give me 3 mana, and then Talisman into Tremble seems okay. Let's lead with, oh, I need blue. Midnight Clock first. And then Talisman. And then Tremble. And the hope with using Tremble here is that they go down a land so that I can, or they go down a counterspell so I can Wildfire. And if they don't counter it, then they're down a land and then I can Wildfire easier. I'm gonna get rid of, doesn't really matter, this red one. Pass turn. Crack Omen to Scry. So yeah, if they don't have a counterspell here, they just die, I think. Let's see how they scry. I guess that matters a lot. Put 1 card on bottom and 1 card on top. Alright, I'm just gonna jam a Burning of Jinye. And I'm gonna play it before playing a land, because... let me think about this. I don't know if there's much that punishes me, so we're just gonna go for it. If they have something like a Daze, I don't even know if that's in this format, I'll feel sad, but... Psychic Strike, okay. Now we get to go Island into Thoughtcast. Play this. Go. Pretty good start. They duress my Burning, that's not good. But I still have a Colossus, and now I can start ticking up Midnight Clock too. If I don't draw action. Tremble is very good. I'm gonna attack first, and then see what happens from there. Okay, so he dies, but I can get him back. Let's play a Border Post, getting a land back. Then play Tremble, killing one of their lands. Then go land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can just sacrifice both of these and then recast a Colossus. Then cast him. And then put a counter on Midnight Clock. Go ahead. Another Border Post is great. So can they kill another Colossus? We'll see. Drawn in the lock. Oh, I see. They've been milling me, so this dies. That's cool. They're down to 3 cards. I can sacrifice 2 Border Posts and then recast Colossus again. But I think I might be better off just leveling up Midnight Clock a bunch. Because there's no rush, and like, I need these Border Posts to win eventually. It shuffles my graveyard though, right? Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for Midnight Clock. I'm not going to Colossus here. This goes up to 8. I'm going to level it up to 9. It needs to get to 12. So in 2 turns I can just get there. Because basically it seems like if they're playing Drown in the Lock, if I shuffle my graveyard back, then all their stuff doesn't work as they wanted it to. And I can just get them out of resources. We put an hour counter here. Up to 10, I play a mountain, I just pass. But they get to teachings. I guess we'll see what they have. Forsake the worldly, exile target artifact or enchantment. That's fine. That's fine. And this is upkeep, right? Yeah. And then all these shuffle. So now I have a Colossus, which they can exile, but I don't really care that much about it. I want to get him with Thoughts of Ruin. That's the main thing. How do I get it with Thoughts of Ruin? We can start by casting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I cannot cast Thoughts of Ruin and the Antiquities War, which is a bit unfortunate. I mean, maybe they don't have a counterspell, so I get to play a Border Post here. Bouncing my island. Cast Thoughts of Ruin. See if they counter it. Yeah, exile him, that's fine. Beautiful. Alright, I think I win now. Now I get to go Mountain, Talisman, Thoughtcast, pass turn, and then I can Antiquities War, and that'll just win the game. Unless they get another Forsake the Worldly to exile the Antiquities War, but I don't think that's likely. Oh, that's even better. Cast you, 2, 3, 4, Antiquities War. Actually, I could Burning of Jinye. I'll do that next turn. We'll do this. See if I can get another Colossus. No, but I can get a Chalice, I guess. Okay, yeah. I was like, there's no way they can beat this. So the Control Mirror, we get to get rid of Sweltering Suns. I don't even know if I need a Vexing Shusher. I like Thoughts of Ruin a lot. Burning of Jinye is nice, because I don't want to disrupt too much of what the main deck is doing. I like Thoughts of Ruin more than, obviously, Sweltering Suns, but that felt pretty favored. They might have ways to kill artifacts, but I feel like Negate is a bit more reactive than I would like. I want all my things to be proactive. And like, they're playing Teaching, so they could have Counter Magic, but do I really care that much about Vexing Shusher? I guess Soul Guide Lantern is pretty good too, because it's a cantrip that can turn off Drown in the Lock, because I can just exile. Oh, it's only opponent's graveyards. Never mind. Never mind, that's bad. I'm just going to try it like this and see if being proactive is where I want to be. Ooh, this hand's pretty nice. Double Tremble? Yeah, like either they counter the Tremble or they just lose a bunch of stuff. Especially with this many Border Posts and then a Thoughtcast to refuel. That's a lot of Border Posts. Alright, we're going to play, I guess they're all blue, so it doesn't really matter. But the one thing I can't do is I can't really go turn 2 Tremble, because if I lose my Mountain, I don't have a way to alternate cast these Border Posts. So I can't actually lock them off on turn 2, as much as I would like to. But now I can go Tremble and then keep going off. I guess going off is relative, but I can keep casting stuff. Let's cast Tremble. Okay, they lose a land. That's great. Now I get to go mountain into, I guess, a red border post. Doesn't really matter. Last turn. So I think my best draw is something like Thoughts of Ruin, or obviously the Colossus I can play for no mana next turn. They have all their mana available. Okay, let's go with another Tremble. They're scrying. That is really bad. Alright, now I get to go Mountain, Border Post, and then I have 4 artifacts, which lets me cast Thoughtcast. There's a Colossus. Go ahead. This deck is pretty good. So, I think I'm actually going to Thoughtcast pre-combat because I want to be able to draw it into something useful here. Okay, that's a lot of manas, but we attack for 10. It's things to sacrifice to the Colossus, which is still useful. They take 10. I like that. We're gonna go land, talisman, and then I guess just cast a border post. Last turn. Interesting, they took the damage and then exiled it. Maybe they were just worried about like countering another Colossus. Well, it's gonna be a big chalice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll cast this Kicked a Bunch. Keep doing it wrong. Cast with 4 kicks. There we go. They sent me a message. That's an ominous tap. Don't worry. I want to get my mana very high so that way if I draw what's it called? Like a unwinding clock, I can just like level it up all the way immediately and then refill my hand. Because I only have artifacts or lands now. Cling to Dust, exiling something. If it was a creature card, you gain 3 life, otherwise draw a card. Okay, this deck does look pretty cool from the opponent. Another border post. Alright, turning this. I think I'm actually going to keep the lands in hand because I want to have cards in hand for the thing that makes each player sacrifice a land for how many cards are in your hand. But at some point I need to draw action. Okay, opponent does nothing. Another talisman. I mean, I'm just going to keep casting these things. Last turn. They still don't hit land drops, so that's good. I could even make them discard if I need to, although I guess they can like flashback Cling to Dust. And now I can actually cast this without returning a land. I guess it's even more free to do this, like mountain, bounce. That makes more sense. Last turn. Yeah, they're still not hitting land drops, so they just a handful of answers. That's so many talismans. Alright, play the talisman. I mean, this is what the deck does. Yeah, teachings is where things get sketchy. Ooh, I like it. Okay, now we know what their win con is. Is White Sun Zenith an instant? It is. Okay. They have Elixir. I'm just drawing land. I mean, I'm not going to concede yet. They can make 3 cats. But I still have all my wildfires in play. What is this flood? I mean, like, I get this is what the deck does, but this is a bit ridiculous. Maybe not. This is kind of what the deck does. Flashback teachings for more cats, maybe. Negate. Okay. If I don't draw anything here, I'm going to concede, because, like, there's not much I can do at this point. Alright. We're going to move on to the next game. That's a lot of land. Do I want to... I'm on the play. I want to be as proactive as possible. They have a lot of exile for my Colossus, so I think I actually do need some amount of negate to make sure that my spells get through. Is that better than Vexing Shusher? It's hard. So I can either go for the very quick Tremble into Thoughts of Ruin. I think I want to go up to 4 of this card. It's just so good. So I think in the sideboard, a 4th would be excellent because I could just play it so quickly. The problem right now is they have so many ways to exile the Colossus that I'm a bit worried that they might, like, even if they only have 2 lands, they might just have more answers. So I'm going to get rid of 1 Wildfire. I like the Tremble. I'm going to get rid of 1 Chalice. And then I guess just keep 2 negates. Yeah, I guess I'll do something like that. Let's go first. So this is a quick burning. I'm going to go for the quick burning. Anything that disrupts their mana seems very useful in this matchup. I think getting to a game 3 opponent says, your deck seems sweet. So now I get to go Talisman into Border Post. And I can't actually cast this one. But I think next turn I can just hard cast the Vanefire Border Post, which will set up for a quick burning the following turn. Yeah, that actually works pretty nicely. So I get to go Mountain, cast this one, black, blue, or I need red, black, red, this one, cast this. and then alternate cast this one. And then next turn, I'm just going to jam Burning of Jianye. Going down one land doesn't really matter. Got a lot of omens. I like their deck. It is like oddly prepared for this matchup because they have like Despark and Cling to Dust to exile the Colossus from graveyard. We'll see how they scryed. One bottom, one top. If they have Duress plus Negate, I'm in trouble. What did they say in chat? That I had 2, maybe? We'll see what happens here. They didn't play a land, but I'm just gonna cast it. Because killing 3 lands is very good. Okay. Okay, now I'm in trouble. I need to hold these lands in hand for the Thought of Ruin or whatever. But that turn sequence was very critical for them. And I'm just drawing lands. This is rough. Gonna get to scry. I need a draw step in the next 2 turns, I think. They hit a land. Tremble. Alright, I don't mind that. I go down a land, they go down a land. Still past turn. I wonder if I should have waited on the Tremble, because now they get to end of turn teachings probably. Yeah, I might actually lose this. The Duress into Mana Leak is what sealed the deal. I was like 1 turn too slow. And I didn't hit any like good spells going on. And now my graveyard's filled, so they probably can drown in the lock like whatever I draw. I mean, I guess I could do this. Play this, bounce this. But I don't think I can recover from this one. Opponent's not making land drops though. Another border post which I could just hard cast. Although, again, there's no point. Go. Still not making land drops, which means they cannot flashback teachings. Thoughtcast is very good. I'm going to lead on that. Let's see if they counter it. Alright. And they milled nothing useful. So that's, I guess, good. I would have Thoughtcasted into nothing. So them countering it is actually the same as me drawing 2 blank cards. There's a Wildfire. They probably have a counter spell, but 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If they do, I think it's still worth going for, because if they can't counter this, I'm in business. 1, 2, 3. This, cast Wildfire. Whirlwind Denial. Counter it unless I pay 4. Okay. Last turn. Their deck is all counter magic. Vexing Shusher might have been worth bringing in. Antiquities War, they can despark that, but I can still cast it. I guess I'll get a Metalwork Colossus. And part of me wants to just cast the Colossus and force them to despark the Antiquities War. The other part of me wants to wait to cast Colossus. Yeah, I think the Antiquities War is scarier, and that resolved, so I'm just gonna pass turn now. Okay. Well, if the Antiquities War stays around, I can win that way. Nope. Alright, their deck is set up for this matchup, that's for sure. Which is kind of why I didn't think Vexing Shusher was like that useful, but I guess Vexing Shusher facilitates the land destruction effects that will happen later. So like Vexing Shusher into the thing that sacrifices lands could be where I would need to go. Go. And now they hit 6 mana, so now they can teachings for teachings. So, ooh, that was a huge draw. Midnight Clock? That was such a good draw. Alright, we're back in it. Unless they have another Forsake the Worldly. Okay, teachings for teachings. No, do they have another? I think I'm dead. The exile is... I'm gonna concede if I don't draw anything here. Ooh, okay. 3, 4, that's a draw 3. Psychic Strike, I could hit a Colossus now. Nope, didn't. Alright, I said I was gonna concede, but it's not just over, but it's pretty much over. Because now they can teachings for Forsake the Worldly or something. Tremble not doing a whole lot here, but we'll give it a shot. Last turn. Yeah, teachings. I mean, they're just gonna teachings for teachings and then kill me with cats. Actually, there is a way I win this. If I can kill all their white sources, that would be a way that I win. Antiquities War. I guess now they can just block the artifacts with cats, which is relatively problematic. Get a Colossus, play the Colossus. They counter it. We could just get back the Colossus. I'm gonna float a mana here. Stacking 2 talismans. Play it. Okay. We got a Colossus. We somehow there is a world in which I could win this game. They don't do anything. Ooh, Thoughts of Ruin. So that's gonna give me another thing. Get a Veinefire and Border Post. Cast Thoughts of Ruin, I guess. Oh man. I need to play a mountain for red. So they only lose 3 land. That's stinks. I guess we'll attack with the Colossus and see what happens. I didn't think about double red being important. It's a very weird deck. So they're going to take a hit. Then I'm going to play a mountain, tap it for mana, and then make, I guess, play this out using the blue. I didn't do a good enough job holding cards in my hand, but I still get to cast this for 2, I guess. I mean, if they're just White Sun Zenithing, I know it's not as much as I would like to destroy here, but they're losing 2 lands. They only have 4 cats. They can't really attack because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4/4s. So right now they're actually still dead on board. Ah, alright, fair enough. That's not something I expected opponent to play, but they're attacking with all of the cats except for 1. And attacking with Colossus is like the same as blocking, because either way they lose a cat. Another border post does nothing. I think I messed up at some point not holding enough spells in hand to make them lose more land. So now I'm just going to hold all these things in hand. But as far as I can tell, they can't really recast White Sun Zenith, so they might just be out of white sources like for a while. They put me to 7. We're going to cast Tremble. Oh, they gained 1! Oh, that's brutal. So now I guess I have to block, which is awkward. So if I attack, they go to 1. Then they attack me for 4. And then they attack again and I die. I need to draw something here. I think I just need to wait a bit. I think waiting benefits me because they're losing mana sources. Oh no, they have teachings. Never mind. I'm just dead. Under end, exile the Colossus, hit me for 6. Take my border post. Yeah, alright. I should have attacked, put them to 1, but I don't think it really mattered. Wildfire off the top. Actually, that would be... Oh, please. No! Oh man, alright. Great games. Let's see, what did I even have left in the deck? I want to know, because that got a lot closer than I thought it would have been going into it. Colossus was not a live draw. Thoughts of Ruin would have been good like way earlier. Border post. Yeah, I think it was literally just like the last wildfire in the deck that I could have drawn, which wasn't even in the deck. So sometimes you call for top decks you just don't have, because yeah, they discarded that one. That was close. So I guess, yeah, that's the end of the league, so we'll talk about what happens now. All right, so what did I like out of the deck? I really liked the core engine. When you get ahead, like just casting a Tremble to set your opponent off balance and then hitting him with a Thoughts of Ruin felt very strong. I really liked the Burning of Jinyei Wildfire. I'm not so certain about the sideboard game plan. I didn't really like Negate. I think just being proactive is better. So like just hitting him with a quick Thoughts of Ruin, maybe like a miscast. So you can go Thoughts of Ruin with 5 mana, miscast their counterspell, and then take all of their lands away. Could be good against control decks, because basically it felt like if I was able to get my opponent's lands gone in that last matchup, I would win the game, like inevitably. So I want more Thoughts of Ruin and replace maybe Negate with miscast or Vexing Shusher as well. But I don't even know if I like the Shusher, because counter magic isn't the only concern. It's like exile and stuff. So like maybe miscast for fighting counter wars could be better than that. I don't know, this could be a better place to start, because basically I just always wanted to draw this card. You could also go up on Wildfires for creature matchups, because it's just so unbelievably strong. I guess I want Burning. Something like that. Anyway, that'll end it for here. If you guys enjoyed this, maybe consider subscribing, and hope you guys, or see you guys next time.